Good day to you. My name is Singh from Harmony United. What I want to do today is to give you a very quick rundown on what you can expect from this website and why. First, I have a little bit of a background of the Harmony technology, which has come to its culmination with this right now. It actually goes back to the year 1983 when a young German engineering student became, shall we say, somewhat upset by the large discrepancies which he discovered between what he was expected to learn from the textbooks in order to pass his exams and what actually went on in the real world. And it wasn't easy for him to come to terms with this. In fact, he never really did. But the effect of that was that because he did not accept the textbooks, because he observed that the real world did something else, he then went on to develop something which is so radical that even we are only just beginning to grasp the ramifications of it. Now, there's a lot of information about this on the corporate website, harmonyunited.com, and there's a link to it in the left-hand column here. Now, if you're not watching this video on the Harmony Omega website, then go to www.harmonyomega.com and then click on the link there. Now, what the Harmony technology does is to reorder the causational information at the potential electron level, that is, just before material begins to exist, when it's just a potential electron or a potential elementary particle. What this does is to set up a state in which any system, be it mechanical or biological, will then naturally move into a state of natural balance and optimal function. There's a lot more detail about how this happens on the corporate website over there. Well, what I want you to do this evening is to give you an introduction to this, the Harmony Omega. It's the most sophisticated device that we've ever produced, and it has surprised us with what it is capable of. In fact, the effects have been so surprising, we've actually kept this under wraps for a whole year whilst we run test after test after test, and it's amazed us. And then, just to make doubly sure that we weren't talking ourselves into a euphoric state, we then gave it to a lot of people without telling them anything at all about it, and just asked them to write what they experienced, and you can read their reports at the testimonials tab just up there. So, one of the many things that the Omega does is to create a state of optimal energy flow within and around whoever is in the vicinity of an omega. Now, this has some very interesting effects. A problem which you may have previously experienced, and that is you're trying to think your way through something. A lot of researchers come to this, and many different disciplines. They're trying to think their way through to a result, and then somehow suddenly they hit an area of total confusion and they just can't get through. They can't get through to what it is they're looking for. Now, a lot of these have actually been artificially created by people who have some, shall we say, unusual skills, in order to prevent people realizing what is actually there. And one of the amazing results of using an omega, or Harmony Omega, is that these areas of confusion just open up, like the dividing of the waters of the Red Sea. It's absolutely amazing what can go on here. Just scroll down here the page and you'll read some of the things that we've already ascertained about the Omega, and as well as your personal invitation to participate in Harmony Omega personal test. That's right at the bottom of this page. And it's the Harmony desktop photograph, because we've discovered one of the absolutely amazing things, that even a photograph of one of these, as long as it's mounted in a very specific way, can give you up to 30% of the effect of a full Harmony Omega. Of course, at a tiny, tiny fraction of the cost. So, that's what I want to say right now. Do look at the rest of the website. Enjoy. Any questions, send us an email, call us. That's what we're there for. Okay, thanks very much.